Moving over to District 1, we've got Colleen Mcgill coming up next. So Colleen is the Chief Transportation Planner for the City of Sarasota. She joins us today to talk about several major safety projects recently constructed on US 41 and State Road 789 in Sarasota. With that, I'll hand things over to Colleen. You should have control of the presentation.
Great, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for including the City of Sarasota in this important webinar. I'm pleased to be bragging here about a lot of the exciting work that the City of Sarasota has been doing towards improving safety on our transportation network. And we couldn't have done any of this without our partners at the DOT and also our partners at the Sarasota Manatee NPO. We have been concerned about safety on US 41 for a long time. This roadway, back in 50 years ago, disconnected our downtown with our bayfront area. And so our downtown master plan that was created almost 20 years ago now had that vision of reconnecting the bayfront with downtown. So we've been working closely with the state and the MPO on implementing a bayfront connectivity plan on US 41 in Sarasota, which I'm going to talk a little bit about today. Some of our success stories. Recently constructed, we have 4 roundabouts on US 41 and plans for 8 more and through downtown Sarasota. These 3 are at 10th Street, 14th Street, and Fruitville Road. This picture might look familiar. John Kubicki had this in his presentation as well. This is our roundabout at 14th Street and US 41. The vision for these roundabouts was to make US 41 safer. And so these, along with the roundabout improvements, between those roundabouts, we've made some complete streets improvements such as bicycle lanes, wide multi-use pathways, enhanced landscaping and lighting, and interestingly, hawk signals or pedestrian hybrid beacon signals at each of the crosswalks around the roundabout. These changes are already improving safety of US 41 for all the users and reconnecting downtown with our beautiful Sarasota Bay. In addition to those improvements in safety, these projects are also adding to the overall aesthetic appearance of this state highway facility with that landscaping. And what is planned is for artwork in the center of each of these roundabouts. Like I said, 8 more roundabouts are in various stages of planning and development along US 41 throughout the city, and we're very appreciative of our partners at the DOT and the MPO who have been helping us through the various stages of funding, planning, and construction of those roundabouts. So I mentioned the artwork that will be in the center of each roundabout. Our City Commission acted back in 2013 requesting artwork in every roundabout that will be constructed in the city of Sarasota. So we have artwork in roundabouts, in our single lane roundabouts throughout the city, and we'll soon have artwork in the new roundabouts constructed at 10th and 14th Street on US 41. This is the artwork that was selected by our Public Art Committee to appear in the roundabout at 14th Street. It's called Polly. And so we worked with FDOT on the community aesthetics features process to permit and approve that artwork, as this is a state roadway. Why artwork in roundabouts? Well, we actually feel that artwork helps with traffic calming. It helps as people are driving through, gives them a sense of place that they're driving through Sarasota, and this is an urban corridor. So this artwork is going to be installed after the roundabouts have been completed, hopefully later this summer. Another success story while we're on US 41 Tamiami Trail is in talking about reconnecting downtown with the bayfront. Is this key project, the pedestrian hybrid beacon signal that was constructed back in 2018 at US 41 and 1st Street. So this location, we have couple of hotels on one side of the road and downtown Sarasota on the other side of the road. We had high volumes of pedestrians who were crossing, standing in the middle of a very tiny concrete barrier, not this beautiful median that you see here. And we worked with DOT to study and make sure that we did have the volumes that would warrant a crosswalk, and then implement this protected crosswalk in a place where we had those high volumes. As you can see, there are a lot of people using this crosswalk today, and this is a really important pedestrian connection. But we have noticed that there has been increasing compliance with that hawk signal over time from both pedestrians and vehicles. So everyone's getting used to it. Another important project that is just about completed on State Road 789, which connects downtown Sarasota with our barrier islands, is this addition to our multi-use recreational trail system, which we are calling the Coon Key MIRT. This is a nice wide multi-use pathway that was one of the missing links in a nice trail system that connects downtown Sarasota and then all the way up the barrier island. We were also able to replace our asbestos water line at the same time and install some new landscaping. Previously, there were Australian pines along this corridor, so we were able to remove that invasive species as part of this project, which is also a hazard, as this is an emergency evacuation route. During Hurricane Irma, a lot of those trees fell down and blocked the roadway in emergency evacuation and access to the islands during that storm. So this was a very important component of that project. Last but certainly not least, one of the challenges that the city has encountered, and particularly with respect to our roundabouts, is educating the general public about these transportation improvements. There are two aspects of education that were important from the city's perspective to share with the traveling public. So number one is, why are these improvements safer? And then number two, how to use them correctly as a driver, pedestrian, and as a bicyclist. So for these reasons, the city invested in several videos that simulate the experience of driving the completed roundabouts on US 41 and 10th Street and US 41 and 14th Street, so that members of the public could experience how to use that roundabout appropriately before they physically use the roundabout. These videos were heavily publicized through our city social media channels and shared with our partners at the DOT and the MPO, and they still live on our city website. If you go to our homepage, we have a button to link you to our roundabouts page, and you can visit and check out those videos there. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much.